Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
మా కార్యక్రమాలు అందజేస్తున్నాయి అనేక భాషలలో. దయచేసి చూడండి suprememastertv.com/schedule.
And once and for all, the humans can know this type of power, which is called peace power actually. If you don't abuse it, you will have peace. And you can make peace and you can spread peace also to the world.
Please keep watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in Chinese and English with subtitles in Arabic, Russian, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai. Tazir translates to nice to meet you in the Seychelles Creole language. My name is Malika. The warm-hearted people of Seychelles send you loving embraces. Seychelles is an island republic located in the western Indian Ocean, comprising about 115 islands. Mother Nature has been astonishingly generous with the Seychelles, a renowned paradise with mesmerizing beaches. Seychelles is blessed with lush tropical vegetation. Roughly 200 plant species are found here. Some 80 are unique to the islands, in which the most famous is the coco de mer, which produces a fruit that is one of the largest and heaviest known. There are also several unique species of orchid on the islands. Wildlife includes a remarkably diverse array of marine life. Seychelles government has established several nature preserves and marine parks, most notably the Aldabra Atoll, the world's second largest coral atoll and a UNESCO World Heritage Site and Special Reserve, home to the largest population of giant tortoises in the world. Environmental protection has become a cultural value of the country. The cosmopolitan Seychelles are a colorful blend of peoples of different races, cultures, and religions. At different times in its history, people of African, European, and Asian origin have come to Seychelles, bringing with them their distinct traditions and customs, and contributing to the way of life and to the vibrant Seychelles culture. It is a delight to to share a glimpse of stunning Seychelles with you, wonderful viewers. We pray that your days be uplifted with the inner music of heaven. For over 3 decades, Supreme Master Ching Hai has illuminated our world with her divine teachings. A fully enlightened master, she imparts the Kuan Yin method of meditation to those desiring to immediately discover the God nature within and to achieve in one lifetime eternal liberation from the cycle of transmigration. The Kuan Yin method has been practiced by all enlightened masters such as the worshipped world honored one, Shakyamuni Buddha, the worshipped Son of God Jesus Christ, the venerated master and philosopher Confucius, the venerated Lord Krishna, the venerated master and philosopher Lao Tzu, the venerated Lord Mahavira, the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the first Sikh Guru, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and many more. Supreme Master Ching Hai emphasizes that if we always remember God, render selfless service to others, and follow the laws of the universe, we will reach our highest potential as humans and truly understand our purpose on earth. She is an extraordinary living example of compassion, regularly sending material and financial assistance as well as love to refugees, the homeless, natural disaster victims, and others needing relief. Supreme Master Ching Hai is deeply grateful to the beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy and or any good cause over the years, as a humble vessel for His compassion and love toward His precious children. Supreme Master Ching Hai respectfully thank all special individuals, organizations, leaders, and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness, wishing you the best. Supreme Master Ching Hai receives love and recognition from various organizations, media, governments, and individuals, as well as many awards from them, such as the 2006 Boothie Peace Prize, considered the Nobel Peace Prize of the East, the World Spiritual Leadership Award in 1994, the Mahavir Award in 2008, February 22nd and October 25th, both proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day, an honorary citizen of the United States, etc., and has been honored throughout the years with numerous other awards and accolades for her outstanding philanthropic and humanitarian deeds. etc., we apologize for not being able to show many other awards and honors for lack of space and time. Supreme Master Xinghai respectfully thanks all special individuals, organizations, leaders, and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Xinghai International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness. Wishing you the best. A true voice for our beautiful animal friends, Supreme Master Xinghai promotes the peaceful and loving plant-based diet and envisions with humanity's awakening to the sacredness of all life, a tranquil and glorious all-vegan world where animals and people live in blissful harmony. Her initiatives to spread the vegan trend are diverse and have included alternative living flyer distribution, the International Vegan Restaurants Loving Hut, vegan food product companies, vegan fur products, Supreme Master Television, as well as regularly speaking to influential government and media leaders and participating in televised conferences on climate change, etc. Whether we are aware of it or not, her efforts have had an enormous influence on global awareness of the animal-friendly lifestyle and how this benevolent way can bring lasting peace among nations while saving our planet from climate change and disasters. Over the years, Supreme Master Xinghai has traveled worldwide from the Americas to Africa, from Europe to Oceania, and held hundreds of discourses with the public and her disciples on a variety of spiritual topics. Today, we are blessed to present one of these insightful lectures entitled Control One's Desires and Choose the Safest Method of Enlightenment, Part 2 of 6, on Between Master and Disciples, given in Chinese and English on October 6, 2019, in New Land Ashram, Taiwan, also known as Formosa.
You remember the story I told you about Kabir? He offered his wife to the neighbor grocery store owner so that he may have some food for his truth seeker at home. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of money. He worked for his upkeep by laboring. He doesn't earn a lot of money. So then he didn't even have money to buy enough food for the influx at that time of the truth seeker who flocked to him for wisdom and maybe initiation. So his wife went neighboring to borrow some flour until they have enough money to repay, but the owner wanted something else. If she stay with him for a night, then she can have anything she wants for that day. But she doesn't stay, of course. She went home and told her husband. So her husband, Kabir, Saint Kabir, who has been chaste, abstinent from physical intercourse with his wife all this time, and who advocates abstinence, brought his wife, carry her by himself to the grocery store owner and said, "Here she is. You can have the pleasure. Let me have the food." Some of you ask me, why would the saint do that? Isn't that kind of contradictory to us, what he preached? Anybody? Tell me, all these years that you have been listening to me, I want to listen to you now. Who can tell me? Well, I have that fancy glass for you. Look good? No, the fan? Anyone? Why did Kabir do that?
因为他为了要利益众生，所以什么都可以牺牲，包括他自己。
OK。下一个，另外一个呢？
无条件的爱，无私的心，无我的奉献。
Good, very good. What do? I have only this fan. Look good or not? Which one? Okay, never mind. I give it to you both, and I can have other one next time. There, 2. 那么2个。Very good. Very good. So, I wrote on my note, okay? Because I know some of you ask this kind of question. I wrote here. Remember to tell you explanation, because I wrote so different notes here, I might forget. Explanation, extra. Kabir offered his wife to his neighbor in exchange for some food to feed his spiritual seekers' guests. Does it make him immoral? Though he himself abstained from sex. How do we know that? Because in his teaching it's written so. Somebody asked him, why did he marry before? And of course had intercourse with his wife all that time until he stopped. So he said, because I wasn't enlightened. So that meaning he doesn't do anymore. They became my friends, okay? Many saints are like that. They only have intercourse for the sake of having children. That's what I told you already. So no master does things actually for the sake of themselves, but for others, unconditionally, with love. So it is like a sacrifice, even though it doesn't look like that. Not as we use sensual pleasure to just satisfy ourselves in a selfish way, or indulgent way, or ignorant way. That's the big difference between enlightened beings and the ignorant rest. But not all masters would do this kind of sacrifice. Not all do that. Not all are willing to do that. There was one, I remember one master, maybe in Tibet or somewhere. One time, one of the daughter of the patron brought food to him, and he wanted to have a physical intercourse with her, and then she was crying and running back home and tell her mother. Her mother brought the daughter back and said, I'm sorry, my daughter was so ignorant. Please, she's yours, okay? Don't worry. I told her already. If you need it for some reason, please, she's yours. And the master refused, said, no, it's too late now. I don't need her anymore, because I just saw one of my friend was going to be reborn into some of the bad stage of existence, a bad animal's form. So I just wanted to help him to be born as human, and then I can continue to help him. But she ran away, and it's too late. He's gone already. He's gone into an animal incarnation already, so no need now, but thank you. Not every master do this, huh? Not all masters do this. Very rarely, very rarely. Very rarely the master gave it all. Maybe the master did not know. Also, maybe the master know but did not want. Many masters don't even want to teach students, or teach very few students, selected few, after observing for a long, long time, that they come and work for him and do some labor to earn merit, and then the master observe to see which one are more potential for the real thing, for the real initiation. So you can see the example of the master of Hui Neng. Even though Hong Ren, the fifth master of Zen after Bodhidharma, as many people came to him, the rich, the famous, the powerful, the normal, the common. and the monks that came to be monk with him also. But he did not really teach them a lot. Maybe just to recite Buddha's name, bow to the statues, recite in morning and evening liturgy, the service, morning, evening service, for the ghosts and for all beings to pray for all people. So when he have a test, exam, to see who is worthy to be his successor, the best of his so-called monk disciple wrote some, verses. It's like I could even write it myself. Very common, very classic, very safe, safe for stanzas. Until Huineng came, and then he wrote something else. He did not know how to write, how to read Chinese, because he came from Vietnam at that time. But he asked someone else to help him to write. And that is superior to anything that all disciple can ever imagine or can come up with. It's not what he wrote. It is truly he realized that. Because he is super enlightened already. He was enlightened already before he came to this master. But then this master, of course, gave him the official transmission of the Dharma, and he became complete enlightened then. Therefore, you can see what he wrote. I'm not trying to explain the Diamond Sutra here, so we skip that. I just want to tell you that his writing mirror what he realized inside. That's why Master Hongren gave him his chasa, the clothes, and the begging bowl that has been left since the Bodhidharma for the successor. It's just a symbolic of successorship. It don't cost anything much. It's just a normal monk's robe, okay? And a normal monk begging bowl is not made of gold or diamond or anything that is so precious that somebody even chased Huineng afterward, trying to kill him to get these things. Many people want to kill him or to harm him for this monk's robe and for the begging bowl. Not because they are valuable. It's just they are a symbol of mastership, of the succeeded mastership. And they hated it when a Vietnamese just came not long ago and then left with the most treasure of China at that time. Even not many masters want to give disciple initiation. Milarepa, he has to work for a long time, and suffer a lot of beating, scolding. And then even he sneak into another area to find the chief initiated disciple, just like Guan Messenger nowadays, to get the initiation. It doesn't work. He has no experience, nothing, no light, no sound, because the original master, Mahabharata, did not allow it. It's not the chief disciple that gave initiation, it is the master who gave. Even the master is not there. Just like sometimes you get initiation here, I'm not there. But you still have experience. Meaning, in the old time, not many masters willing to take in a lot of disciples. Maybe followers, okay, you can come and go, clean the temple, to earn merit, repair the Buddha's altar, cooking for the assembly, all that kind of thing. But not the disciple. Because to give initiation means you have to shoulder that person's karma for life after lives after lives after lives, aeon after aeons, kalpas after kalpas. One person karma alone can cover up the whole sky. Buddha said that. Not to talk about his families, his friends, his loved ones, wives, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 generation, backward, forward. So not every master willing to suffer, or not many master having enough power to cover all that. Therefore, not to talk about any other thing that is extraordinary, like offering his physical body or his spiritual energy through physical contact. I will tell you why later. The extra, okay? Remind me. If any master sacrifice at all, then through the body suffering, like, for example, Jesus, bless his soul, or Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or Buddha even, he has to suffer. But not much is written, because Buddha is man. Men, they don't talk a lot about their suffering. Even if they almost cannot walk or raise, no problem, I'm okay. Yeah, macho, you know. And they're just not used to it. They've just been taught to bear it all, to keep it to themselves, which is good. I don't do this stuff. I don't do this macho stuff. Mostly I do. It's just, if I can, I air it out, yeah? So some of you know, so that you don't illusionize about being a master, how glory and how beautiful and how easy, only come out on Sunday wearing beautiful glass and talk beautiful things and have a lot of bodyguards around Sunday. Yeah, it's like that. So if the master suffer, mostly just physical pain. Very rarely a master suffer, like the story I just told you about the Lama who wanted to have physical intercourse with that daughter of the good family. The thing is, if you suffer physically, for example, like Jesus, everybody will worship you, cry for you, pray for you, and they still worship you for eons to come, because it's a real sacrifice, obvious, and gruesome. Even then, it's very terrible already to be nailed on the cross and suffer humiliation and pain and suffering even before the cross. So many masters has been tortured, poisoned, maimed, killed, flayed alive, burned alive, etc. This we all are familiar with. But to suffer through physical intercourse is another thing. It's really ultimate. So you hardly hear any master do that, except the one I told you, that mentioned very little anyway. Many monks wouldn't like to hear that, wouldn't accept that. And Kabir is the second one that we heard of. All the masters, they keep squeaky pure around themselves, because it does make trouble if you being too near to other humans, even not opposite sex. The same sex could also transmit to you this kind of sexual desire. Not that he deliberately do that, except some men who looks like men but are not truly men. They prefer the same gender. So some of the monks I heard of, they never let people go nearer than 5 meters around them, especially women, just to avoid the energy from the magnetic field to meet and to cause him trouble. He wants to keep purity. And also I told you that tantric method, hardly anyone succeeds because it's too powerful. Actually in heaven they don't call this sexual power, they call it peace power. But rarely anyone can use this peace power to manipulate it for the world's benefit. You surprised, huh? You surprised, this kind of energy, heaven call it peace power. Are you surprised?
Yes.
Have you heard that before? Me neither. I only knew it as I practice along, okay? And learn things as I go up, as per necessity, as per needed situation, so that I can bring this knowledge to you also, huh? And once and for all, the humans can know this type of power, which is called peace power, actually. If you don't abuse it, you will have peace. And you can make peace and you can spread peace also to the world. There are many ways to make peace, not just one way, huh? But a master can only give so much spiritual power to bring more peace on earth. More, not all yet. Because you see, life after life, they have enmity with each other, the human race and the animals race, through killing, through abusive action, etc. So it's not like in one lifetime a master can use just spiritual power to give, to erase all that. The master is always willing to give. It's just not always allowed to give as much as he or she wants. Otherwise, peace would have been done quicker, easier. They call it peace power, but very difficult to explain to you this, okay? Very difficult. Because you have to practice in order to know. If a master wants to use that, he or she can use in appropriate manner. Just know how, but it's very difficult. Don't use that. Anyway, if you have to, I told you how already, yeah? If you try, okay? Only you can know it, that you can or not. That's the ultimate, because this is the ultimate more than sacrifice of the body. Why? Because if you die as martyr, all will praise and worship you or believe in you. But if you have this physical, sensual act with the opposite sex, no one would ever understand it as a sacrifice. So your reputation will be ruined, one. Your disciples will run away, two, etc., etc. Your followers will drop you like a hot potato. So you see this. This method is a no, 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 by all means, even by the adept. Actually, many masters also don't teach this. The Buddha also don't. Number one, it's very difficult and dangerous. Number two, people can abuse it. Some a half-baked teacher can always come up and say, oh, this method is good, I know how. I teach all of you. And then abuse it. And then slandering those who don't do it as well, because only half-baked or maybe a quarter-baked is not cooked. That master is not well done. And he just use it because it's so convenient, it's so pleasurable, easy to do. Easier than sit all day, meditate for many hours, eating one meal a day, wearing scanty, very simple clothes, living in simple area. And then many of the vulnerable followers and believers would fall into this kind of trap, thus harming themselves. Harming themselves because they will think this is the way and the master is perfect. The master can do it. They lead you to liberation through that. And they're all falling. And they have no chance to find a true method. So many masters don't allow this, so it's just a taboo. No, no, no. Some masters know this, but it's taboo and it's easier just to say no. So no more question, no more trespassing, the limit. Not to talk about the master himself would ever do that for the above mentioned reason. But that is not all. That is not all harmful about this method. More to come. If I have time, I will explain to you.
Adorable viewers, we appreciate your company for today's episode entitled control one's desires, and choose the safest method of enlightenment, Part 2 of 6, on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is The City of God by St. Augustine of Hippo, Vegetarian, The True Mediator selection from Book 9 and 10, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. May God bless, guide, and protect you, keeping you safe, healthy, and happy.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.